Good morning, it is Friday the 30th of November 2018. Welcome to the local news for today. In the news, Suriname introduced to World Innovative Technologies, Suriname American Alumni Association holds food drive, project started on the preservation of Afro-Surinamese cultural heritage, and mental health still in a taboo sphere. Suriname is introduced to World Innovative Technologies and learns how to deal with that. The Inter-American Development Bank IDB has collaborated with the Ministry of Finance and organized a series of workshops to inform various stakeholders in our society about the latest innovative technologies.
The objective of this event is to introduce to the concept of exponential technologies and how these exponential technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, nanotechnology, biotechnology, data, digital data is going to affect, is going to contribute to the improving life of the citizens of Suriname. So the objective is to introduce and to discuss how can we use these technologies, these new technologies, in order to have a better life, a better environment for Suriname, and the citizens of Suriname. Definitely the most important result of this event is to the people is aware of these new technologies, is aware of the new trends of technologies, and to understand that there is a new world there of technologies that we in Suriname, we need to not only to be informed, but also to see how can we access to those technologies and bring it to Suriname.
Due to technological backlog on the rest of the developed countries, we might not be able to ward off external threats. It is therefore important that from the government and the business community, a curriculum is created to protect the users. But at the same time, we should, in addition to these threats, also recognize and exploit the opportunities.
Yeah, with any of these technologies, given how powerful that they are, there are threats in terms of ethical issues, in terms of unintended consequences of the technology. What that requires is for government leaders and for corporate leaders to create the right policy and regulatory environment to keep people safe from artificial intelligence and robotics and whatnot, but most importantly, to get the opportunities and the benefits from it as well. So yes, there are threats, but that's something that leaders can create the right regulatory environment to create an environment for innovation to thrive, but help keep people safe and reduce unintended consequences.
The Suriname America Alumni Association will organize a food drive fundraising for the Children's Home Liliendaal. The Children's Home in Kommerwijne has about 65 pupils between 5 and 19 years old, and the monthly parental contribution is not enough to cover all costs. Max Poboisi, an alumni, says that the fundraising will take place this Saturday, the 1st of December. The food drive is held at the Wanica Church at the Johan Adolf Pengel Street. The museum and the foundation Koprobeki Prodo Nederland are committed to preserve the Afro-Surinamese cultural heritage. A project will be launched for the transfer of knowledge about the Koprobeki or copper bowl and the Angisa, the Afro-Surinamese headscarf. Christine van Russel-Heenaar, the director of the Koto Museum, says that this project will prevent the knowledge from being lost. With the exchange project, more attention is given to the Koprobeki and the Angisa. The intention is that people not only wear the Angisa on high tide days, but also at other times of the year. The project was made possible by the Dutch Embassy. And at the end of the information sessions in the schools, there will be a presentation of the different Angisas and Koprobekis. And at last, mental health is still in a taboo sphere, says Safora Omanet, the mental health focal point from the Bureau of Public Health Care. Yesterday, more than 30 health workers were trained in countering stigmatization it is in the field of mental health care. Omanet indicates that when talking about depression, psychosis, and schizophrenia, one assumes that you are dealing with mentally deranged people and the psychiatric center. She believes that the right treatment that a client deserves is replaced by a stigma. That cannot continue, says the mental health focal point of the Bureau of Public Health. Omanet says that this training should ensure that there is more awareness among the health workers. The training was organized in collaboration with the Pan American Health Organization and the Canada Mission. Aisha Marmay, the NCD focal point of the PAHO and the WHO, believes that you can address stigma at different levels and in various ways. Anne van Immerseel of the Medical Mission also participated in this training. She thinks that in practice there is indeed a stigma. And according to her, this training offers enough tools how to deal with this question. Finally, Safora Omanet says that on the next training, suicide will be highlighted. And according to her, this issue needs more attention. That is all we have for the local news for today. Be sure to have a wonderful and pleasant weekend. Until Monday, bye-bye.